Well, Libra, you're still moving forward to calmer waters, my lovelies, okay? Alright? And still getting public recognition, alright? But these tricksters, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, it could be just one or all three, or whoever they are, okay? That are doing magic. Okay? That are leaving messages on your channel. That they're not looking too great or doing too great right now. And I hate the fact that you're exposing them. Bunch of mental cases. Oh yeah, the lovers. Okay? Or someone who wanted you as a lover. You're like, no, I don't think so. I mean, this could have been someone in the past, someone you moved away from, someone you got to find out was a karmic. Okay? Someone here, they just have, look, all these lovers. There. Trash, I call them. Bottom of the barrel. Crabs in a barrel, yeah? This is a crab in a barrel energy, okay? That only has lovers to get money. Crab in a barrel, okay? Bottom of the stockpile, yeah? Someone here that they don't want to, you know, get a job or whatever. They just want to ponce of other people, okay? Have lovers, all right? Going back and forth to different lovers, all right? Trash. Just a user. Skinflint, I call them. Yeah? Crab in a barrel, straight out. Okay? The Fool. Yeah, you took a leap of faith. You went in a new direction. I mean, you're happy. Your future's bright. Okay, you started over or whatever. All right? You're not entertaining these people. Crabs in a barrel, users. Crabs in a barrel, users. Any more information about this energy? Yeah. This is all, I don't know, maybe they didn't know who your family was, or something to do with generational wealth, or maybe they don't know what background you come from, or who, I don't know, okay? Again, you know, some of us, we've got good family members and bad family members, do you understand what I mean? But, I don't know, okay? There was, yeah, someone here, them and their lover, or this is someone that fought in the past, that, you know, maybe they wanted you as their lover, or something like this, or, okay, and they were working with their partner, okay? But they're just a scumbag. You're just a crab in a barrel. That's all right? Okay? And then you want to act like, you know, you're so much in your ego that you want people to look at you a certain way, but really you're a thief. And what you do is you go from one lover to the other, begging this and begging that, okay? Because you're just corrupt and a fraud, okay? And acting like, this is a show off. This is someone that will go overseas, yeah, and squander money. They'll go live overseas, rent out some house or something like that, or, yeah, they'll be playing music overseas and they'll have it live, and they'll have a friend that'll ask them for money, then they'll have their little designer bag here, okay? Then they'll get out the money on the live and show everyone. That's just a show off. You're just an egotistical show off. But what you need to do is you need to tell people how you actually get the money. Yeah? Okay? Because you just have a load of lovers and you manipulate them. Okay? You don't work for your money. Okay? You're a manipulator. Then you want to act like, yeah, look at me, I'm getting recognised, or you just wanted recognition. But you're getting rewarded from people in the public, which is, you know, you meeting people and having them as lovers. You're a fire sign. You're disgusting. This is vile. This is vile. Or this is someone in a family or whatever, or someone working with their lover. Who cares? I mean, some of you finding out about your family are just absolutely despicable. All they care is about money, 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 and the whole world's getting to know about who these people are, okay? So it could be someone's child in your family, okay? All right? And maybe the whole world's getting to know about your family and how disgusting and vile they are. The high priestess, you're the high priestess of the family, okay? So you now know what's hidden. This is why you're moving away from them, okay? Because all they care about is just money. They're just disgusting. Just disgusting, yeah? The whole world's getting to know about your family. The whole world, yeah? The whole world are getting to know about how disgusting and vile your family are, okay? And how they're abuse enablers, yeah? And then you've got some in your family that wants to act like their boys are perfect, but then some of their boys, or one of their boys, have been to prison for beating on a woman, okay? Or they've been up in court for beating on a woman, okay? Or her sons are drug sellers, okay? They're all criminals, yeah? And my boys, yeah, you got one that went to prison for beating up a woman. You've got another one that's a drug seller. So, yeah, and then you've got you as a mother, you're a criminal, okay? Boy, something's happening fast. Yeah, Capricorn in the family, okay? All right, she's got a couple of boys in the family, all right, and they're all evil, all right? You've got one that sells drugs. You've got another one that's been to prison for beating on a woman, okay? You've got the mother that's the head of the household. She's the devil herself, okay? And she's with a man that's most probably got money, or she only gets with men that have got money. Okay, she's just a money grabbing nasty individual. Okay, or it's a masculine. Okay, and him and his family, all they care about is money. Okay. There could be a brother and a sister that's into incest in the family dynamic. There's some type of incest going on. Sorry, people, to trigger you, but there's incest in the family, okay? Where there's a brother sleeping with a sister. Empress. Yeah, you're good. You could be in love with yourself. You're very loving, but not to these people, okay? But you're someone, you're very bold in your communication, okay? And when it comes to people coming and chatting rubbish to you, just whatever, right? Messages going back and forth. Yeah. Because they don't like to be exposed. Alright? Okay? Because they like to keep things hidden in the dark. So there's definitely someone here. There's a Capricorn here that's sleeping with their sister, I'm telling you. Or there's someone here in this family, in a family, that's sleeping with their own blood relative. And it's disgusting. Okay? Yeah. You're a bold communicator. Right? Everything that hiding in the dark, they don't like for it to be exposed. Okay? There's this family, this particular family here, they're just about abuse. They sleep with each other. They're just disgusting. They're just disgusting. They lie to the public, or something about them getting recognition from people outside, or this could be a Capricorn, or goes around with a suitcase and, oh, I've got these clothes to sell, and oh, your son or daughter might like them. All they care about is money. The family, all they care about is the money. This Capricorn's got a mother, okay? This Capricorn's got a mother, okay? They're enablers. They're the whole family. They're disgusting. All right? Vile. Someone here, two of them about to the devil. I mean, again, there's something about siblings sleeping with each other. It's disgusting. And they both may be under the influence of some drug when they, you know, do whatever they do. It's disgusting, I'm telling you. Okay? Well, someone here's working with a fire sign. Either their partner's a fire sign, their sister's a fire sign. But yeah, they're getting blocked. Okay, the energy they're sending is getting blocked. You're having a victory. Okay? Or someone here, Capricorn, was connected to a Cancer that worked for the police. Okay? And this Cancer that worked for the police was having a relationship with this Capricorn. And this is why this Capricorn thought they were untouchable. Okay? Because this corrupt officer was enabling and having sex with this Capricorn. Okay? Yeah, I told you, they're on drugs. They sell drugs. They're just drug sellers. They take drugs or they sell drugs. I told you, bottom of the barrel. Okay? They're hitting rock bottom. Well, they wanted you hitting rock bottom with the scales there, alright? Maybe they were hoping that you'd go back down that road, and you were like, to the hell no. You're blocking his energies. Scumbags. You can't stand these people. Someone here wanted you in a third party, okay? Or they wanted you as a third party so that they could get money off you, because they're bottom of the barrel. Karmics. This is why these people, this is why you now know these energies that have come your way, been sent to you, or come in your energy. You know why, because they wanted to block you, stop your path, stop you from going on your destiny. Okay? Yeah, you're guarded right now. Okay? You're guarding yourself from these energies, these scumbags. Page of Pentacles. Someone's child thinks they're going to get an opportunity and steal something, or they did steal something, or they think they're going to steal. Someone's mother, I told you, water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay? Whether this Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, sorry, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, is their grandchild. It's someone in the family. Okay? These people, like that, they've enabled everything that happened to you, Divine Feminine. The family have known about it, and they've been enablers. Yeah. This is a cycle you've closed out. Okay. These people, they can no longer ever come back in your life. Information could be getting gathered in regards to their money, okay, the businesses that they run, the homes that they own, okay, because it's all brought with the money that they stole, okay, and the businesses they've got is a front, okay, so they need to look into their finances, okay, or where the money's going. I'm sure they're doing this anyway. There could be an investigation team that's looking into something. This could be someone's father, I don't know, father, uncle, or someone that's part of an organisation, okay, that knows some truth. Or someone's uncle, I don't know, someone's uncle, or someone's got a beard here. Queen of Wands. I told you, the Queen of Wands, okay? She come for someone, or she stole something of someone that he didn't know who they were, or who they come from, or who their background was, okay? Yeah, theft, they stole. Now this Queen of Wands is in problems. Yeah, you're just holding your temper. Some of you could be Leo, or you may have Leo in your chart, okay? But I mean, there's a difference with speaking your truth and being a bold communicator, all right? But when it comes, but these people, you don't want nothing to do with them. They could never step to you again, ever, 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 ever. Yeah, ever. They're just disgusting. The family, their family, or it could be just someone that's of your family, but it could be on her dad's side. Yeah. That family, okay? Or it could be your mother, that's your sister, or someone, do you understand? Or it could be just a family, or whatever. It's just disgusting, all right? The Hierophant, yeah, they know, they've received some knowledge. They've got some knowledge. You're guarded and you're vigilant. Yeah, look at you, you're guarded and you're vigilant from these people. Yeah. There's some truth that you've already got, or some truth that you've spoken, okay? Or the higher ups know that you're not delusional, that the truth that you spoke is the truth, okay? With the illusions underneath here. We've got another one here, page, that are casting illusions. You see how the illusions are underneath you? And you're speaking your truth, Queen of Swords. This younger energy, they're casting illusions. Your sword's straight, which means you're speaking the truth. Their sword isn't, you see? This page of swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, they're a liar. So they're trying to cast illusions about you, but you're clear, your head's clear. These illusions are underneath you, all right? You've got to pay attention to, they're a liar. But they're trying to guard their self by casting illusions about you when you're speaking the truth. Because these energies don't like to be found to be what they're doing, okay? So they want to still carry on. They're still lying. This is some hateful ass bitter individual, okay? that you know, maybe there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them. Yeah, they're thieves. Someone was working with a water sign. It could have been an older woman, okay? Maybe someone here. This could be a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Someone that went to an older woman's house and took the cat there and allowed that man, his name's Clarky, yeah? Gave the cat to the old man, yeah? Maybe someone in her family, another air sign, could be a masculine or feminine. He goes there, he helps the old woman clean up her house, okay? So this family, okay? She's got a son who's an alcoholic, who's a drinker, okay? Yeah. They come from a community that you once, you know, resided in, or maybe your mother lived in, okay? Yeah, these are all people that know each other, okay? These are all people that know each other. And maybe someone from the area that you once come from, maybe I think their worst mistake was taking you there or introducing you to them, because now you're just exposing these people, all right? Earth angel, okay? Yeah, you used your intuition, all right? You're healing now. These people could either be getting locked up in a mental institution or prison, okay? Because they are thieves, again, you know. When people are under the influence of hard drugs, okay, what do? When that drug finishes, they need money to get more. And if they have to steal, they will. Steal, kill, borrow. That's the energies they do. That's what they do, okay? And, you know, it could be anything, like to get money to, you know, because they've got to support the habit, haven't they? So they'll do fraud, they'll steal, many things. Again, you could exhibit both light and dark yourself in the energy, I mean, okay? Because, you know, you dealt with, you may have been down a path in the past in your life where you weren't on a good path, do you understand? So when it comes to these type of energies, you can tap into it. But you see, if you didn't kind of, look, it wasn't a good world to come from, but what I'm saying is, where you know about it, you could pinpoint, you can talk about it, do you understand? Okay? Or like, because you're very streetwise, or you know about these energies, okay? You know the red flags in regards to people coming towards you, or you can see people that maybe be under the influence, or maybe if you don't drink no more, if someone comes towards you to befriend you or friend you up, you can smell alcohol. You now see that as a red flag. You're like, no, I don't want to. You're not judging them, but you're like, you just ain't got nothing in common, okay? You're sitting there with someone that's drinking a load of beers, and you're having a cup of tea, and they're just and like, they're like a scratched record, keep repeating themselves. Yeah, like there's just there's no. It just don't make sense, does it? Like, you don't want to be around them. And you don't want people from their family reaching out to you by email either. 3 of Cups, you could be getting celebrated. Or these people all drink together. Okay? They all come together to they all come together to connect in regards to this same emotional situation, okay, in the community. So yeah, these are people that knew each other in the community. Okay, now they're stuck. Again, Seven of Swords. Spirit says, yeah, you're speaking the truth. They're thieves. They may have stolen off you, Divine Feminine, okay, and now they're stuck. Or they want to try to sacrifice you, or the Crown knows the truth, okay. Something illegal was done, or fraudulent, something like that, okay. Yeah, Tower. These people always end up getting caught. Like, come on, a thief will always end up getting caught. Come on, like they're gonna slip up somewhere down the line because they need to sustain their habit. All right, I'm not just talking about no drugs good, but I'm not talking about, like, you know, I don't know. I'm picking up crack cocaine, heroin. Okay, these are really bad addictive drugs, and mixed with people with mental health, the whole mixture, it's not good. Alcohol, drugs, taking medication, all three ain't a good mixture. Okay, especially if someone's got some type of order going on, or they've got something wrong with them, and to mix alcohol, maybe some tablets you can't mix alcohol with. Okay, so the tablets, the alcohol, the drugs, it's not a good mixture. These people can't hold on to you. They can't cause you an ending. Okay, they ain't got no control of you. They even got control of themselves. Or someone here hasn't got no money. Okay, again, all their money's gone on the drugs. Okay. Right, they've hit rock bottom. They're trying to hold on to something. Or someone here was given something and they abused something, or they spent out some money. Or they had control of something, and they're in problems for that anyway. If someone here's never been to prison, well, they're about to go for the first time. Whilst you embark on a new journey, let them deal with their karma. Yeah, investing, that they're patient, they're persevering, long-term investment, that's all. Okay. Someone could be angry because you're communicating, someone's rushing to communicate, or someone's got some truth, someone's taking swift action, there's a force of nature working against these people, okay? Yeah, they need to go to jail. Yeah, they need to go to jail because you're like, listen, you know yourself, Divine Feminine, you're like, listen, because, you know, you're like, look, I'm not about to go jail for these people, so, you know, you higher ups, you better come and do what you need to do and lock these people up, okay? Because there's some people here that will not even call feds, they'll take things into their own hands, you know? But you, Divine Feminine, you're like, no, I'm not about to come and deal with you and get myself locked up, okay? Yeah, you're angry, all right? But you're like, you're protecting yourself, okay? They may want you stuck, restricted, or having negative thoughts, or whatever, or something like that. Look, you're not having negative thoughts, you're just, you don't like these people. There's a difference. There's a difference, okay? There's a difference, all right? You're a bold communicator, there's a difference, okay? Let them rush and go back to the judge. Who cares, right? Because they want to do anything to keep the money. Because the judge is corrupt as well, okay? The old woman, water sign, she's having a missed opportunity, the witch. Okay. She's like saying to the air sign, don't worry, you're like my son. I've got the connections. She's an old woman, yeah? This one is an alcoholic, drug taker, uses the old women, most probably, goes to the house, cleans her house, okay? She's like, I look at you like a son. Don't worry, I've got my connections, yeah? Look at him. This one, had a few drinks, now he's getting mad. Because that's what alcohol does, doesn't it? So, something you're saying or doing is triggering this energy. Ha ha ha. Yeah, they're mad. Look at them, they're mad. Look at them. He wants to rush somewhere. Look, he's rushing. Yeah? I don't know if he's rushing back to the old woman's house, or he was drinking with her son, or he's rushing somewhere else, but he's rushing. This is someone that walks really quickly, okay? This air sign masculine, they walk really quickly on the roads. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Bye.